Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Some new developments in the Black Sea reported by the Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian army, and Ukrainian sources. So it seems like, according to the Ukrainians, that Russian submarines in the Black Sea are armed with Kalibr missiles, and they are ready to be used. As well, the concerns are related to the landing ships stationed in the Black Sea on Russian ports, ready to carry cargo. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine from today, June 9th, 2022, and this is the title. Threat to Ukraine's southern regions grows as Russia deploys submarines with Kalibr cruise missiles in Black Sea. The threat of Russia's missile strikes on Odesa and Mykolaiv Oblast from the Black Sea has grown over the past 24 hours. Spokesman for Odessa Regional Military Administration Serhiy Brachuk said on Ukrainian national television on June 9th, today. So for the past few days, the enemy has most often used strategic bombers launched from Russia to fire missiles at Ukraine, the official said, and I'm quoting. Today, the threat has grown from the Black Sea because a group of the Black Sea Fleet has been continuously deployed there, Brachuk said. They carry, and I'm continuing to quote, they are carrying Kalibr cruise missiles on board submarines. There is why that this is where the threat comes not only to Odessa Oblast, but also to our neighboring regions, first of all, Mykolaiv Oblast. And I'm quoting again, as soon as we conduct mine clearance of the coast, Russian landing ships will be there, he said. That's the little fight regarding the grain distribution from Ukraine to the rest of the world. Everyone understands this, including the top leadership. Therefore, there can be no mine clearance. Yep, there could be no mine clearance, obviously, but I have a few examples in their negotiating efforts where one part did not fulfill its side of the deal, and that's the Minsk agreements. And for instance, the offer, the little meeting that I had in Ankara, Turkey, and they said something today, and the next day they said, "Oh, we changed our mind because Boris Becker, Boris Johnson, Boris Becker, poor guy, is arrested for the tennis player, the German tennis player. He's arrested for embezzlement or something. No, he did not report some taxes and something like that. Well, that's how it happens when you make too much money, I guess. All right, so Boris Johnson smacked the Ukrainians after they returned from Istanbul and said, "What are you talking?" From Ankara, I think it was Turkey, and said, "What are you talking about? You're gonna do this with the Russians? We didn't give you the green light. Come back, go back to your corner right there, clean your room. Make sure you turn off the light after you leave your room." So that's how probably the guys were treated by Boris Johnson, who said that there were some reports where it's allegedly alleged. I reported that Boris Johnson told these guys, Ukrainian negotiators, "What are you talking about? You can't do that. Go back and say no." So I don't know who has more credibility here, because that is the Russians told you, "We're gonna invade you," and they did. Or, "We're gonna do this to you," and they did. So I guess if they say we're not gonna do this, but it's a war. You don't trust anybody, that's for sure. But the point with that, you know, naming I mean, talking about the mines, is about the corridor that the Russians offered, and then this guy said, "No, we're not going to demine our ports because you're going to be landing the next day or the next 3 seconds after that," which very well could be true. That's a war after all, right? But on the other hand, the Ukrainians say, "Well, this is the only way we are willing to deploy or release our grain to the rest of the world, and the other 20 other options, we ignore them." Because they have 20 more, exaggerating, about 7 more other options to dispense their grain to the rest of the world, but this is the only one they want. Why? Because they want the Russians to do something that's impossible. That means get out. Don't do the blockade over there. Let other vessels to come in our ports with other things. No, doesn't work that way. That's the only one we don't agree with. The Russians offer their ports. Oh no, okay, I understand that one. Now the Russians said, "Well, why don't you go through Romania?" Oh no, why don't you go through Poland? Oh no, why don't you go to Poland, Germany? Why don't you go to even Lukashenko, whatever his name is, the president slash dictator nowadays, or the past, I don't know, 10 days, dictator of 10 years, dictator of, or president, I call him his president, I don't, why should I call him that way? Either way, of Belarus. He said, well, let your trains transit our country and they can get the grains to the rest of the world through the Baltic states. And the Baltic states, no way, we don't want that. No, 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 no. Why? Because something else. I don't like the hat you're wearing today, Lukashenko. Basically, well, you're gonna want to transport your things through our territories. That's a no-no. We don't trust you. We don't believe you. We don't. Okay, don't. Then everybody else is starving, so don't say it's us. We offered you what? 5 options. Our ports: Romania, Poland, Baltic states, right? Or Germany through Poland, Baltic states through Belarus. What else you want? I know what you want. You want only one option, the one that it's impossible to be done. And even that one, we said, okay, we're going to move away. We're going to allow that. No, because that means we have to take our mines, and we don't want to take our mines. Only you do. Only you provide concessions. We don't. You know what? We know who's holding this. Oh, the Russians are stealing the grain. Yeah, to feed the world. All right, so go back to this. The Germans. Oh my God. I'm still in the Second World War. My God. Anyway, the Russians are having submarines over there with Kalibr. That invasion or whatever landing will occur, or if it doesn't occur, it's going to be probably as they did with Kiev. Just keep it over there, blockaded, and then they will go around. I'm assuming that's the way it's going to be. I don't think it's going to ever be an invasion through the ports. I mean, you should be crazy to do that. But Mariupol was the same way. It was a blockaded, where it was mined, but the Russians did not land through the sea, if I remember correctly. So I don't know why this guy say, hey, they were going to do that. Yeah, probably it's going to help them, have the Russians, come over the sea. But you saw what happened to Moscow. So the Ukrainians have the capabilities of hitting ships, Russian ships. They don't have the capability to hit Russian submarines. That's why they can come closer and hit you. But you don't just fire Kalibr missiles for, I don't know, 3 cows, 5 horses, and 50 chicken. Right? You have to have good reasons, and you have to let them concentrate on certain areas. But in order to concentrate, you have to attack them somewhere. So then their forces will gather there. So then boom, you know exactly where they are. But what do I know, right? Nevertheless, they're scared of that, and they should be. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.